In our last adventure video, we drove 2 hours from Las Vegas to check out a once-in-a-lifetime phenomena. This week, we drive 10 minutes outside of town to one of the closest campgrounds to Las Vegas and failed at making spam masubis for dinner. What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode. Today we're camping out for a quick overnighter, literally at the outskirts of town. It was a campground that I had no idea existed. I didn't even know there was camping allowed in this area, but we are at Red Rocks Campground, the one and only campground at Red Rocks State Park. We're technically not even in the state park where you pay to get in and go do the scenic drive, which if you guys have never done that, I highly recommend doing that scenic drive. Super close to town, really easy drive, it's fully paved, and it's just an awesome view of the Red Rocks. You can actually make reservations on recreation.gov. To camp here, it is $33 a night, which is on par for, I believe, most of the recreation.gov websites and any government-hosted campgrounds for the most part. At least the campgrounds around Nevada, $33 per night is usually the norm. Let's check out the spot. Just in time for the sunset over here. Got a little pavilion out here. Little barbecue, fire pit, got a little flat space to hang your tent, and here's the view from the back, which this is one of the reasons why I ended up picking this spot. Just got some awesome views out here. They got bathroom facilities, and then we got this huge picnic table and this big pavilion thing, which is cool. Not too shabby. I'm gonna try and verify the truck is level here. It's supposed to get pretty cold tonight. Vegas is getting hit with like a cold front, and so it'll probably dip down to about like mid-20s tonight, which is probably the coldest I've seen thus far this year. We are super close here, just a little bit off. All right, level enough. Let's get our hat on, because it's getting pretty cold. I'm already layered up with some base layers on my top and my bottom. Got some long johns on. Just coming out here prepared, you know? All right, here we are. Pretty much gonna leave most of this stuff in the truck. For these 20-degree temps, we definitely needed to bring Mr. Diesel Heater. So, got him out here. Thanks to everyone who watched my last video, or 2 videos ago, I believe at this point, when I first tried out the diesel heater. A lot of you guys gave me a bunch of tips and information about how to run the diesel heater a lot more efficiently, tips and tricks for using it out at camp, so I really appreciate it. I'm really stoked to continue using this. This is definitely going to be a growing setup. How's it going? All right, so the camp host just drove by. So in case you guys have never camped here, what you have to do is you actually have to check in, which is interesting because usually I've never had to check in at a reservation campground, but they're very up to date here. They got like a little sticker for you, a little marker on your campsite. It actually has your name on it. They bleep out the, bleep out the name, but essentially it has your name there. Very official. This campground is actually only available between, it was September to June or something, so they're only available in the wintertime. So this place closes down in the heat of the summer, which is probably a good thing. The next upgrade I will be doing to this is getting a different exhaust hose, because I know out of office camping and a couple of you guys said to change out the hose I got and get something else so it doesn't have a lot of fumes coming off of it. So I am going to upgrade that hose and also the exhaust pipe to make it a little bit longer. But those items haven't come yet, so I'm still running essentially the same setup. And I am carrying everything in like this gigantic plastic bag. Both of these things I'm going to end up replacing inside of here as well. I'm also keeping an extra flathead screwdriver because I forgot mine the last trip. So I'm just keeping a spare flathead screwdriver in there so I can screw in the little exhaust hose. These easy clamps are super nice so that you can easily clamp them on and off. I should have filled this up with some more diesel, but well, I think that should last me for the night, hopefully. Holy crap. Losing dexterity here. Okay. Fresh air intake on that side. Got the exhaust pointing the other way, so hopefully they don't intermingle the air here. And I am very, very unfortunately running low on diesel. So let's hope I can make it through the night here. I'm pretty low, so I think we're gonna have to hang out in the truck for a little bit without until later on in the night. But luckily I got my electric blanket, so we should be able to sleep soundly even without. But I'll wait to turn it on later, essentially, is what I'll end up doing. Hand warmers that actually work. How shocking. Man, guys, I kind of forgot a couple things, like my fire pit. I wasn't even thinking about it. I forgot to fuel up the diesel heater. I guess I could have brought a bundle of firewood with me, but oh well. So I'm not entirely sure what we're gonna do yet. I'm gonna try and hold off on turning the diesel heater on until like I absolutely need to, but what we'll probably do is just hang out in the truck. I'm actually gonna make some mac and cheese because I'm gonna use the mac and cheese for something else later tonight, but it needs to cool down, so I need to make it right now first. Unfortunately, I forgot everything you need for mac and cheese, like butter, milk. I have water. So we'll see how this works. But what we're making tonight is some spam masubis, a spam and mac and cheese masubi type of thing. So I've never made it before, but I saw it online and thought it was interesting, so we're gonna give that a shot. But let me get the rest of this stuff all set up here. So, before it gets too dark, let's start getting warmed up just a little bit. So tonight, I have a new beer that I'm going to be trying. It's by Firestone, Mind Haze IPA. We love us some hazy IPAs. Comment down below. I know IPAs are a little bit feel like it depends on what part of the country you're in, where IPAs get really popular. But we like the hazy ones over regular IPAs. So this is by Firestone, the same people who make, I think, 805. So we're gonna give this a shot. Buc-ee's. Cheers, y'all. Oh yeah, that is a good hazy IPA. Super smooth at the end, not too hoppy. That's nice. I like that. Firestone comes out with some good beers though, so I am not surprised. This is also, I think, like a 6-point something beer, I believe. Yeah, 6.2. It'll get you where you're going. So let's go ahead and get this mac and cheese going so we can get it cooled down and ready for some masubis. Let's do it. Can't forget the star of the show here. Cannot forget about you. Alright, so I got some backup rice just in case this masubi does not work out. But I got some nori, I got some teriyaki, and then I got some Spam, which I'm going to fry the Spam on either side and then just like mix it with this teriyaki. Add margarine and butter. Alright, so this is just going to be a very low fat type of mac and cheese here. And let's go ahead and cut up the Spam so we can start getting it marinated. Come on out, Spam. There you are. Should have brought some eggs. We could have the rest of the Spam in the morning for breakfast. Glaze the Spam up here. I think I'm just going to do like half of these because I'm honestly not sure about this glaze here, just so we can have a little bit of variety. So while those noodles are boiling, might as well have a little snack here. Got some sweet chili Doritos. These are probably one of my favorite Doritos, to be honest. This is like one of the best flavors. These are like super fresh, really good. So the nudes are ready. I know it says don't drain, but since I don't have like butter and butter and milk and everything. I drained a little bit of it. Yeah, I think I should have drained it a lot more too. We just got to let this cool so that we can mold it into some masubis. A little bit of onion powder, a little bit of garlic, a little bit of pepper. All right, better, decent. Sometimes you got to cheat a little bit here. When it's cold, this thing kind of sometimes doesn't want to light, so got to give it a little juice here. That's what happens when it's pretty cold like this. Got to get it going just a little bit. That's how cold it is right now. You can see my breath. Damn. Get it hot just a little bit. A couple of you guys have asked if this actually does anything. It warms up the truck a little bit, but I wouldn't say it's the lifesaver that you need to keep warm all night. It's definitely something nice to have in the truck though. It's 36 degrees and it's only 6 p.m. so it's definitely going to dip a lot colder. Something I totally forgot to do was I need to start plugging up these bed holes. Guys, I know I keep saying that every single year, but that is definitely going to help. But what I do have is I have my reflectix, so I'm just going to put those up on the sides just to help keep some of that air out of here. I just kind of threw the reflectix on the side. Let me get my other curtain up over here. It definitely puts some heat out though. It's not like completely useless, but luckily I have my base layers on already. I got my wool socks on. I got my hand warmers in my pocket. Like, it's really not that bad in here. It's a nice little ambiance. It's really good for roasting marshmallows too, by the way. Shout out to Out of Office Camping for giving me this tip with the diesel heater so that you can block the flap right here. You grab like one of these microfiber towels. I just have one of these in our camp tote here. And I made a little Y, kind of like a loop around, and the tabs go on the side. So now there is no air coming in through the side and the hose is protected. So this is a great solution for those with a GFC with this flap and you're trying to keep the air from coming in. This is probably the cleanest, best smelling pit toilet, and there's lights in here, which is not normal. And there's Germex, the cleanest, nicest smelling pit toilet I've ever been into. Great job, Red Rocks Campground. Frying up the plain Spam first. diesel heater started for when I jump back into the truck. All I need to do nowadays is just plug it in and then press the on button on the remote, and it's been starting right up. So this unit, guys, LD Thopi, this thing has been performing really, really well. For those of you asking how loud this gets, this is as loud as it gets while this thing's getting warmed up. All right, diesel heater is calming down. This is pretty much as loud as it gets. The towel on this side, look at that. Such a brilliant, brilliant hack. Lights of Vegas over there, guys. Right over that mountain. So I think I kind of messed up with the Spam. I should have like grilled these because I think the sauce I used, it just doesn't do well on pans. So I think on a grill, this would have been done a lot better. But the other Spam that I didn't coat in that teriyaki sauce is really crispy, nice, like I normally like it. Marinated Spam that I made earlier, that's like kind of, I don't know, it's gotten kind of mush. Like it just didn't get a good crisp. I think the marinade I used was more for a grilling sauce, so I might have messed these up a little bit. I'm also missing some saran wrap for this, so I'm trying to figure out what I can do to place it in there and take it back out somehow. Maybe I'll just try it with the seaweed in there and hopefully it comes out. I'm not sure. The mac and cheese, I think I messed up on that as well. This is one of those nights, guys. Things just don't always go to plan. So as a backup, I'm making some rice so that we can squish it in within the Spam can. So we'll see what happens. I also, with the mac and cheese, what I was actually supposed to do was drain the water some more. So the mac and cheese isn't the greatest, to be honest, but the Spam will make up for it in flavor. That's it. I got it on the lowest setting so that it'll last me the longest. Hopefully it just lasts me for as I hang out in here, and then I'll crawl up into bed and put the heated blanket on and I should be fine for the night. Got everything situated around here. My head's right next to the diesel heater, so that's nice. I've totally forgotten a lot of things on this trip. This whole meal is gonna be a gamble, y'all. I'm just saying, right now, this is a gamble because I essentially forgot my furikake, I forgot soy sauce, I don't have sriracha, I made mac and cheese, some Uncle Ben's rice, some Spam that is partially cooked all right, and some good crispy ones, which I might just end up eating these. That marinade kind of backfired on me. I think I was supposed to fry these up first, and then put the marinade on, and then throw it back on maybe. That way it keeps its like crispiness. I don't know. This is a total toss-up, y'all. This is gonna be one of those, you know, not washing your rice scenarios. It is what it is. So let's do it. Let's make some masubi, y'all. Oh, so good, guys. This setup is amazing. Open up our nori here. I've only made masubi, I think, maybe twice in my life. Gotta do this. I'm gonna put the sushi wrap in there first. Piece of Spam in there. Right after it. Hopefully we'll be able to get it out of there after. All right, I'm gonna do the mac and cheese first. Oh my gosh, guys, I like literally cannot believe this. This smorgasbord. I don't know. I don't know about all this, y'all. I'm skeptical, y'all. I don't know if this is gonna work. I'm gonna try and smush it down. All right. Just put one of the crispy Spams on top. That way it gets I'm just gonna press down. I'm gonna grab the seaweed and try and gently take it out of the can without breaking anything. Oh, snap. Okay. Now I just need to... Oh no, this is exactly what I was afraid of. We got some spillage over here and on this side. This may need to be an eat right now masubi because it's just gonna fall apart, y'all. So I just need to eat it, I think. Let's try it. I don't have a plate in here either. I'm just gonna eat it like this. Oh my gosh, ridiculous. I'm using the top of a lid because I don't want to go back outside and get a plate. Anyway, all right. Masubi, y'all. I don't think you guys can see my fish, but I think double Spam is too much. I need to take that other Spam out. Making a mess. I don't know if I need to like wet the whole sushi wrap. I don't think so, but yeah, I didn't do this right, y'all. You like really need to like let the mac and cheese like sit in the fridge. There you go. Yeah. All that like, all the macaroni is just like spilling from the bottom. Yep. So what the recipe says to do is like you essentially cook the pasta beforehand, and then you lay the pasta down in a sheet and then let that sheet of pasta rest in the fridge overnight. That way it's like really hard in the morning. And then what you'll do is you'll take the Spam can and then just like trace out mac and cheese, mac and cheese little squares, and you have to be really gentle with them because I guess they'll still fall apart. But that's the way you're supposed to do it, and then assemble your masubi. Obviously, I was very lazy and did not pre-prepare this mac and cheese, so there you go. Masubi. And the mac and cheese isn't good. This is on the list of don't recommend. I'd say I'd give it like a 3 out of 10. It's edible, but it's just one of those nights, y'all. So I'm done with this mac and cheese because it's just not good. That's why I made rice. But this is Uncle Ben's rice, so we'll see what happens. Do this again here. Throw down a seaweed with, I'll do a teriyaki slice here. Now, I'm going to use this Spam. I'm just going to use the Spam to press all this down, but I'm not going to keep the Spam in there. Let's see if this will come out nicely. Oh, yeah. I think it's coming out. Oh, yeah. Look at that. That might have been too much rice. Oh, that was looking good, too. Alright, I'm gonna decrease the rice. There's like too much on this. Well, that's not too bad. What do you guys think? I like more like Spam versus rice, so, but you know what? We're just gonna go for it. Rice is definitely better than the Masubi, but because it's Uncle Ben's rice, I would give this like a 4.5 out of 10. It's not great, y'all. It's not great. I don't recommend this. Yeah, I should have brought some eggs. I could have made some eggs and traced it out into a Spam can. All right, y'all. Should we get a movie on? Y'all, the diesel heater, absolute game changer. Like, it is so nice in here. Alright guys, we're gonna watch the new Super Mario Bros. Movie. Comment down below if you guys have watched or played Super Mario. I feel like you just gotta see what it's about, you know? So at the store I found one of these big stick-on body warmers, and these has like a little tab on it where you can peel and stick. I'm gonna throw it under my shirt It's getting down to the 30s, so I'm just trying to keep my core warm. I'll probably start setting up the bed here soon just to get the heater to warm up the top level and not having to worry about the bottom level here. So I got the bed set up, kinda. I'm gonna go brush my teeth real quick and we're gonna hop in the bed, y'all. Good morning, y'all. In case you guys didn't know, you can actually lock the GFC from the inside. Doing that. Now you can open it. Now you can't. And from the outside, it looks like the locks are locked. So you can kind of stealth camp this way, where you can lock yourself in, but you can get yourself out. So it took me a second to understand this mechanism. You need the lock to be locked, and then you can use this to go up and down. And there's one on either side. Sheltering from the wind over here. We're gonna try this maple espresso tea bag, black tea bags from Trader Joe's. And then we'll do some oatmeal here. Stuff's pretty good. This tastes like a mild, black tea, maple black tea, essentially. Not bad. It's definitely not coffee though, so I might need to find some coffee on the way home. Overall, this campground's pretty nice. It's got really good views from the sites. The sites are evenly, well, spaced out, so you're not like crowded next to each other. Lots of bathroom facilities, so there's literally a bathroom pretty much around every corner, which is really nice, especially for a campground this large. I believe there's about like 50 or 60 spots, so it's a pretty big campground, but also you're literally in the outskirts of town, like right when the desert ends in Summerlin, like this is right here. So that's pretty cool. I was actually thinking about driving out to the gas station to go grab some wood last night, and I looked up at Terrible's, and it was literally a 10-minute drive away. And you do have internet here, so you could do some remote work out in this area and just be in nature and hang out. The facilities are super clean, and you're probably less than a 10-minute drive from Red Rocks State Park, which where the scenic drive starts. And if you guys have not done that, I highly recommend doing it because it's a cool drive. And then each spot actually has like these little you know, pavilion things for the summertime so you can get some shade from the sun. Today we're pretty overcast right now, but look at that. It's just like, I don't know, it's just a cool campground. Pay attention when you do get a spot though, because there are some spots where you can't pull into the spot. You have to parallel park in front of the spot. And the way I found that out was because I was looking at Google Maps trying to find a spot. It had a good view like out like this, you know? And so I noticed on Google Maps that there were these blocks right in front of the actual parking spots of those spots up there. You know, just FYI. It'll work well for ground tents though. Other than that, this campground's really cool. I like it. It's super quiet out here right now too. I don't know if it's just because it's, you know, 20 degrees right now, but it's winter, and so that's why there's no one here. I'm sure earlier in the year it's probably a lot more popular. We're just gonna have some breakfast and we're gonna get out of here, guys. The diesel heater cut off on me at about midnight last night, but luckily with my 0-degree bag and my hand warmers, I stayed perfectly toasty. Always have like a good solid sleeping bag, I think is my biggest thing whenever you're cold weather camping. Diesel heater, you're in luxury at that point, but at the bare bones minimum, make sure you have like a good solid sleeping bag to get through, you know, a night in the 20s. So, or at least a colder night for sure.